Hey there, SAP community members. I heard a couple of you had questions about RSS feeds and the search capability. So let's dive deeper into those as soon as I get home. I'll walk you through it on my computer. See you in a second. Hey everybody. All right, now I'm back at my desk. I can show you RSS feeds and search. So RSS feeds, for those who don't know, it stands for really simple syndication. So back in the time where we had a lot of information coming out on the internet and you weren't sure where to actually go to consume all that data in one spot, the RSS feed and RSS apps that were put out allowed you to aggregate all the information you cared about into one spot. So with the RSS format, you're allowed to actually go into the SAP community, and let's say you're following something like a topic. So you've seen somebody write a blog post about ABAP connectivity, and you say, hey, I really want to actually follow that topic and follow that blog post. There is a subscribe to RSS feed in a lot of the menus where you can click that drop down and you can see how to subscribe to the RSS feed. Now, this is XML format, not very easy on the human eye to read. You could read all the information here, but with all the breaks in the code, it's a little hard to read. And that's where this information up here in the URL is what's important for your RSS feed. So the best way that I know to explain this is actually to rely on my colleague, Antonio Maradiaga. He has written a blog post that goes through all the great setup functions of the RSS feed capability in the SAP community, powered by the Koros platform. You have to go in here and set it up correctly, but the RSS feeds and URLs that are based on the community ID, that is basically embedded in here, this little KHHCW49343. So Antonio goes through and explains what that is in his blog post, and he also goes through and tells you how to quickly grab the RSS feeds for boards that you may be interested in, blog posts, like the one I just showed you a second ago, and then as you go down into Q&A, discussions, events, there's tons of great places for you to grab those RSS feeds and subscribe to them. Again, if you're not familiar with RSS feeds, you may not want to do this. You may just subscribe within the actual community and get all your news aggregated there. But if you do want to follow these topics in your own RSS feed and reader of your choice, this is how you can do that. Now let's move on to search. Okay, let's go back here to the main tab from my SAP community. And let's go into the search bar and search actually for the SAP community. But in this case, we're not just going to search for the words SAP community. We want to look for the manage tag. So now I can actually click on and see all the things that are tagged with the official SAP community tag. So now you've seen that it returned all the most relevant posts based on that tag for the SAP community. But let's say you want to search for an individual, a person within the SAP community. I think we should look for a great name there, Josh Bentley. Hey! So it's got a lot of different things that pop up immediately, but it's not really zeroing in on the detail that I really want to, which is to find where I am within the community inside of another area. So we hit return after typing a name or my name. And now we've got a bunch of different areas we can actually see that I have actually been filtered within the SAP community. We have users, private messages, places, SAP managed tag. I probably should be a managed tag. But if I click on users, that's where I'll see my individual user information. And if I go into places, I can see that there's nothing returned there. But if I go into post, I can go under location here and I can look and oh, wow, there's a lot of group activity. I can see if I'm listed here underneath an interest group, like for example, application development. So any blog post, any comments, any Q&A that I've done that show up within that area. And I could save this as a search option, again, to subscribe to the RSS feed for this search. So I'm tying together the fact that not only can you really drill down and search for somebody, an individual topic or an individual person, you can actually go and you can add that as a saved search and you can subscribe to that as an RSS feed as well. So hopefully that helps. If you have any more questions, let us know.